Hi folks, welcome to the show. This is the Happy Healer, and we are just getting ready to take off. It's a little bit dark. We're getting started a little bit late today. That's okay. We are just going to go ahead and get a go. And what I'm going to do before I even leave is change my I'm going to have to change the way I'm viewing these, not the way I'm viewing it, but hang on. What I'm afraid of is, and this is my fault if it happens, after I take off and we get going around a little bit, and I'll stand here for a second, but after we get going around a little bit, because I plan on walking to the mailbox with you guys, is that we might lose a disconnection. I'm connected to the house, but it should come right back through the cell connection. To correct that now would mean I manually disconnect and come back on, which it might just be better to try and keep it going through the automated systems the way the phone does. So we'll just see how that works out. In the meantime, I'm going to record this, so if something special happens, we'll be able to bring it to you later, just in case
Take off. The home point has been updated. So please check it on the map.
I'm the Happy Healer. Let's get things started. And it's a little bit darker than I usually go for, just to be clear. As you can see below, we've got the light going on, but that's okay. We'll go ahead and have a go of it anyway. I wanted to come out a little bit later, and you can hear the crickets going. The trash was empty today, so I'll be able to bring this in. We've actually got the lawn getting mowed soon, so that'll be the next thing. And then we'll just fly underneath the van and come out the other side. I'm just kidding. We're not going to do that. Although I probably could if the top sensors were not so finicky, even though I have them shut off. I fly with all my sensors off so that I can see and have just total control without having the sensors screw up what I'm trying to do. A lot of drone pilots, they sort of become too reliant on their sensors. Whereas with the Happy Healer, he's gotten to the point where the sensors are just more of a nuisance than anything else. And I'm happy they're there. Great for an option for people just getting started with drones. I will say that. So this was the sign that knocked me down while I was on a live show once. Not often. I was actually coming through here, and it's all dark in here now. But when we get in there, the camera should light up just a little bit. We've got some obstacles there. Yeah, I was just coming around being a little bit reckless because I'm so comfortable with this stuff that it's just easy. Not really reckless, just like, you just become really comfortable, which is a good thing too, because honestly, the more we're comfortable in what we're doing, and now I'm starting to walk a little bit, so if we lose the connection, then I'm sorry. And if there's anything really special, I'll bring it back. This is just a live show anyway, and the more we do at these, the better we'll get. So this will be somewhat of a test too, to see if when the phone disconnects from the house, which the house has really fast internet, the phone has fast internet too, but when that should happen, let's see if we can keep a connection at all. All right, let's get going. Yep, it's just a great point to be able to walk, and it looks a little bit lighter out here. I like that. We're getting some of the lighting around here, and it looks a little bit more lit up on the camera than it does in real life, although we do have some of this dusk going on that allows us to see. So yeah, I don't know if I'm going to check the mail. It's kind of pointless. I think I just checked it the other day. I might have some mail there, but I'll show you where it is. I'll fly out that way. The mailbox is, you go all the way down this street. Let's fly where we're not directly over this person. Oh, this person's coming where we are. Okay. And we're just slightly turning because that's where the mailboxes are. How do you like that? It says the hippie happy hula healer. And now we'll just kind of show you around there. This is where the mailboxes are. And there you have it. Mailbox City. They used to have the mailboxes right outside the house, and I kind of like that too, but not anymore. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and bring it back. Oh, look, my friends are over there. And they know who I am. They're not worried. And, but I'm not over there. I'm over here. So we're just going to kind of do a side slip around this tree and start making our way back. There's the guy on the bike we're aware of. We'll get on this side. And this is how you fly drones. We're going to keep it a little bit lower. When you go up too high and it's a little dust, there's not really a whole lot to see, to be honest. We'll go ahead and show you a bit higher here. And so there you go. And there is downtown right there. And here is the church nearby. Oh, I see they got some cars over there. We'll just take a little stroll over there. So we're flying along the sidewalk and we're losing a little bit of altitude. And now we're just sort of coming into this empty field where the church is. We're still losing altitude. And here's the church. How cool. At nighttime. And I guess they have some kind of service going on there. I'd like to go and check it out sometime. That looks pretty cool. So that's the church. I have a video once of me flying right around here. I was walking next to that stop sign and just right down this road and have some amazing views and pictures of just right here. I was doing some quick flying kind of like this and just going around where I was, and that's really a lot of fun. So yeah, this is DroneManticS. They have all these pod trailers back here too. I see them working on them sometimes. I don't get in anyone's business. But here we go. We're just kind of headed towards the lake here. We'll rise up a bit so we can narrowly miss this stuff. Look at that, ain't that cool? And we're just heading towards the lake. And there's the lake at this late hour. And what we'll do is we'll pop back in from the lake, but around the same area where my street is. It'll be a cool way to come in. And that's what we'll do. So we're just getting ourselves lined up. Now we're lined up with the runway, I mean my street. And it's coming in. It's kind of lined up. It's not perfect, but we'll get better. There we go. And here we come in. There you go. And we're just making a nice approach from that side. We kind of did an oddball sort of big circle showing complete with the church. And now we're just kind of slide slipping our way right back to in front of my house, which is pretty cool. I'm the happy healer. And naturally, it's great to see you. So, yeah, this is what DroneManticS is. We're just trying to teach more and more how to fly and get amazing views. And it's so possible. It's so easy if you have the talent, because you learn it and you exercise that talent. You can get some amazing views. And that's what the Happy Healer is teaching you today. Now, this is a bit of a side view here. And you can see how we just slipped right through that tree. And we did it sideways just to show you. And it's kind of dark. The lighting's a little bit off. And so, you know, you can do kind of a lot of things with drones. I always say if you're doing training, though, like the Happy Healer does a lot, always keep it in your immediate area. No other drone people are going to like to hear about how you screwed something up or crashed into something that really matters. Your drone matters. It's a very expensive piece of equipment. But just, you know, treat it If you're going to do practicing, which I encourage you to do it, know your area very well. Be in charge of your area. Like you see how the happy healer, he doesn't own a big farm, but he uses what he has. That's how each one of us have to actually use what we have. We don't have a whole lot sometimes. So if all I have is my front and backyard, I'll use it. And it goes up, you have the trees and everything else. So you don't want to do things that's going to cost you though. Like for example, you paid a lot of money for your drone. How are you going to crash it into a tree? It sounds reckless. Well, look at what the happy healer's been able to do over time and build on such an ability to work with drones, and you would gain that same ability, and that's what you're gaining. So yeah, you'll crash a drone every now and again, but imagine when you finally have the talent to be able to do some amazing art. And the thing about it is, there's ways to get around that too. The happy healer will help you. You need to have insurance on your drones, and your insurance will cover if you have an accident. Even if while you're training and you have an accident, the insurance covers that. Remember, that's what the insurance is for. When you first buy a drone, you're not expected to know how it flies and all the stuff about a drone. It's just still teaching. You're still learning. So, that's what the name of the game is. Here you go. You see me a little better. So that's what the name of the game is. We're just doing special. You've got to be able to realize that if you crash a drone in the process of training, and that, it happens. It happens to the best of us. And it's okay if it happens. Just pick back up and keep going. Sometimes these drones are made amazing. A lot of times you can pick up right then and keep going. But, you'll always make sure you have some extra blades. DJI is good about that. They provide extra blades. But I say to you, get the insurance, because the insurance is the thing that will truly save you in the event of an accident. You've got it. And it gives you the peace of mind. Now, the way DJI expects that you're going to crash your drone, especially if you have the insurance, they know that you've got this in your mind. And so if you crash your drone and it's still running, I suspect you should just keep flying it until it's no longer, not like inoperable, but let's say you have a little broken piece of plastic. That's not a reason to send it in. Not in the happy healer's view, especially if you're still training. So, just get up to par on your training. Do good with that, and don't be afraid to have the insurance so that you can have the peace of mind to train. DJI does for $100, you can get a brand new craft again after it gets ran over by a Big Mac. I mean, come on, you're a Mack truck, you can have it ran over, it'll give you a brand new one. And it's only $100. They do this twice. It's slightly different. I think it's a little under 100 the first time, a little over 100 the second time. The point is, you can have amazing insurance, and you can have your craft that's doing all this stuff, that you're learning how to do amazing things, and that if you do have an accident, you're covered. And that's all that's about. So I'm glad that I had the chance to share that, because it's so important to people who are really serious about getting into drones. And I kind of took you above me there so you can get a better view of the area here. But why don't you take a look now from this perspective. You can actually see the sky in my outline in the background. Kind of a unique look, right? And when you're flying, you'll have the ability to do all of this kind of stuff and so much more with your own talent and your own ideas, because all of that matters. And I didn't even go too far, so I hope you guys are still with me. It's still showing as being live, so I assume it is. And that'll be that. I'm really having a lot of fun with you guys. I'm just kind of flying back a bit here while standing still myself. We're going to go ahead and do a slide slip and head forward. And we'll bring that camera down a bit here. And we'll just do a little bitty turn coming around. And head on back. That's going to be the show. We'll take one more look up top here, just above, so you could see the Orlando nightline. And there it is. The Orlando nightline. Okay. So now we're going to come down a bit here. And you'll see it start to drop out of view once. Yeah, it's kind of happening now. There you go. That's okay. Here I am. So we have truth in our life. And I am today. This is DroneManticS, and we'll see you soon. Next time.